To pro wrestling fans, Ric Flair is a larger-than-life figure known for his swagger and his colorful personality.
That's right, but tonight, Flair is talking about a part of his life most fans know nothing about. How decades of so-called social drinking ended with a health scare last summer that he says nearly killed him. The Fox medical team's Beth Galvin explains.
Ric Flair, the man fans know as the Nature Boy, spent 40 years reveling in the spotlight and drinking in his downtime, convinced he didn't have a problem.
I don't carry a flask. I don't drink at home. I'm a social drinker.
But on August 11, 2017, the 69-year-old former world champion wrestler got a wake-up call. As pain tore through his abdomen, his fiancée, Wendy Barlow, rushed Flair here to Gwinnett Medical Center's ER.
I knew that there was something going on because it really hurt. So she took me, and sure enough, my intestines had ruptured.
And if that goes on long enough, then it causes a cascade of problems: hypovolemic shock, sepsis, multi-organ failure, all of which Mr. Flair had.
And vascular surgeon Dr. Jim Elsey wasn't sure that Flair would survive.
He was in shock, and he was in renal failure. He had a complete heart block. He had multiple electrolyte abnormalities, and he was in a significant confusional state.
Flair had prided himself on being strong and fit, working out every day no matter what. But the alcohol had crept up on him.
My whole life, I never drank during the day. But at night when I'm through working, yeah, I drank.
Then in 2013, just as Wendy came back into his life, Flair's son Reed died of a heroin overdose at 25.
I remember the night before his son had passed away, and he had said to me, we had dinner, and he said to me at the restaurant, he said, "Promise me you'll take care of my father." And I was like, it was just like a premonition or something.
I didn't start day drinking until probably right before my son died. Yeah, and then I really, after he passed away, 10 in the morning till 2 a.m. every day.
Drinking as many as 20 drinks a day, Flair finally went to rehab in 2015, only to start drinking again a month later. Now, 2 years down the road at Gwinnett Medical Center, he was so weak and so sick, it took 18 hours for the team just to get Flair stable enough to operate.
They gave him about 20% more survival rate.
This is amazing. Flair beat the odds, but he doesn't remember the ICU, the long journey to get back on his feet, or the withdrawal from alcohol.
So it made it easier for him not to want to drink right when he got back home. But not to think about it, that takes a strong man, and so that's who he is.
I said, "You can't do this again, Rick." Okay. This is our chance to get better here. We can't have this again. And he laughed at it. He thought it was funny.
But Ric Flair says his brush with dying shook him. He says he hasn't had a drink since August.
You have no idea. Do you want to know something? I'm preoccupied with dying. Does that make sense to you? I think about it every day.
I see him very thankful, very stronger in his faith, and also very at peace with himself. And I'm loving it. I love every single minute of this.
Time for lunch.
Yep.
Beth Galvin for the Fox medical team.